Okay, let's go over the controls. This is the control panel, and everything on the control panel is prescribed by a doctor. The breath rate here is set at 12. In order to change that breath rate, if you were to get an order for change, you would push the button underneath it and use your wheel to go left to lower it and rotate right to increase it. Then you would hit your select button again, and that would set your breath rate. This is the tidal volume. And the tidal volume is the amount of air in milliliters that is inhaled or infused into your client's lungs or over one breath. To reset it, likewise, you would hit your button. You would change it according to your doctor's orders and select it again to lock it in. Pressure control. If we place our ventilator in pressure control instead of in volume control, now you have control over your pressure. And again, you hit it, put it into prescribed amount, and you lock it in. We'll take it out of pressure control, back into volume. Inspiratory time. This is the amount of time that it takes to infuse your tidal volume or for the client to inhale it each breath. And this is set at 0.8 or 0.8 of a second. Again, you set it with your wheel, and then you lock it in. Pressure support is only active in pressure control mode. And pressure support also can be set according to doctor's order and then locked in. Sensitivity can also be set, and this is when it is an assist control, when your client initiates a breath and the ventilator senses it. This sets the sensitivity as to how much he needs to attempt to take that breath before the ventilator assists him. And it can also be set in the same manner and locked in per the doctor's order. This is our alarm panel, and the alarm, the high pressure alarm, here you see is set at 50. Likewise, you can adjust it per the doctor's order. And this high pressure alarm basically is set to reflect your peak inspiratory pressure. If the pressure goes above the set amount, then the alarm will go off. Here's your low pressure alarm, and it reflects also your peak inspiratory pressure. If the pressure were to go not up to 11, but only less to 11, only up to 10, it would alarm, showing not enough pressure had been infused. This is your low minute volume alarm. It's also set according to doctor's orders. As long as you are in volume control or assist control, this alarm can be set just like the other ones and locked in. Here's your silence reset button. Anytime you need to reset an alarm, if it goes off, you make adjustments, you just silence it and reset it. This is your on, your standby. This selection here is for your breath types. You have 4 different types of breaths that can be prescribed. Volume control. You hit it twice to shift it over to pressure control. And when this is in your vent mode is in CPAP, you can have pressure support or spontaneous breaths. This is your manual breath control. This is very useful for simulating an ambu. You can give extra breaths in between the given breaths simply by pushing it and getting an extra breath in. It's very useful prior and after suctioning to give some extra ventilation. Here's your control lock button. By hitting this button, all these controls are locked If I attempt to change anything, it says locked. And this is excellent for when you're working in a home and you may have siblings, small children who possibly may meddle with the ventilator, and this prevents them from accidentally changing any settings.